What are we doing today?
We are cleaning our extruder gears on our K1Max.
All right, what's the first step?
We have to do it for one of these each corner.
We got to pop that little cover off the motor.
And do it with the other side.
How did you do that?
So I'll redo it for you guys.
Okay. All
Watch.
right.
So
Okay. So
see
what are you
that
doing?
little edge?
The little edge in the
Pop.
back corner pops
The
off.
other one. Yep.
Pops off, and then you can just
Boom.
remove the whole thing. All right. So then we need to remove how many screws? Point to them on this side.
One right here and
Yeah.
one right here.
And then
There
hold on, let me come over here so
one
I
right
can see
here.
what you're doing over here.
And there's one right here.
One right. Hold on. Let me
So
zoom
we
in
need
on
to
that. Go
take
ahead. Show me that last screw over here. Where is it?
Right here.
Right there. Perfect. Hey, Aiden, what are you doing?
I am taking the last screw out of the extruder assembly.
All right. You get it out yet? All right. Looks like
Yeah.
it's out. Good job. Put that screw down so we don't lose it, and then you're gonna pull that out, right? Just gently, because it's got wires connected to it, right? Go ahead, and you need some help.
Yeah, did I do it gently?
Go ahead and yank it out of there, not too hard. Here, let's move this a little bit. Get you centered here. There you go. Go ahead and pull it out. Yep, straight up. Hold on, straight up. All right, now remember there's wires connected. Where are they at?
Right there.
Hold on, where are the wires?
Right
In the
there.
back. Okay, so don't yank on this too much and don't let that hang. You want to show us where the screws are that we're going to be taking out? Okay, you want to point to those screws?
There's one right here and one right here.
Here, hold on, let me get some light in here. Okay, show me.
One right there.
Yep.
And one right here.
Okay, so we're going to take those out. Okay, what are we doing now? Once you got that last screw out, what are we doing?
I am separating the extruder motor from the extruder gear.
Okay, now go ahead and make sure you grab that extruder gear housing very tight and firm. And no, you don't even need to rotate it. Just pull it off. Remember, don't let it separate because it's two pieces there. Right, now keep them together for now. So then when you have this guy, make sure you set him back inside your printer. Ah, I got it. Just set it right there. Don't bump your printer or anything, just leave it go. And we're going to take the extruder gear housing back to the workbench, and we're going to get to cleaning it. Okay, now you got that housing removed, and we're back at the workbench. What are you going to do, Aiden?
So, to take this off, and if you see that little thing right there, that is called a pulley. These can
I
get
can't see.
These.
Let's point to it with a pick. Toothpick.
These can get lost very easily.
Yeah, they can. Yep,
And if you
there it
lose
is.
them, you won't be able to complete this.
Okay, why don't you take that off, and we'll set that aside.
You can see
Take
if
that
I
pulley
take the
off.
pulley off gently so we don't lose it.
Yeah, look how small that pulley is, and they get lost very easy.
It is about 1/4 of an inch tall.
So we'll set that aside. Go ahead and put that over here by the laptop so it doesn't get lost. Actually, I'll put it in my little jar over here, in my little tray. Okay, so what tools do we have here?
We have a pick, a toothpick, some isopropyl alcohol.
Some what?
What is it?
Some what?
Isopropyl alcohol,
Okay.
a brush, a toothbrush,
All right, so what are we going to do?
and a cup.
All right, what are we going to do here?
So we are going to
You already got your pulley pulled out, so why don't we take that extruder, all the extruder gears and everything, and we'll put it in here. This is what I usually do, Aiden.
Alright, so let me do it.
I'll do that, and then I
Pouring
will,
alcohol?
and then I will take my isopropyl alcohol, and I'll put it in there just like this. Go ahead, cover it up. This is what I do. It's worked for me every time. So I'll let it sit in there. Because we didn't show them the problem. So this is the problem. If you aren't pushing any filament through, you can still see it in there. See those gears are all full.
I can see little bits in there.
Yeah, there's little bits in there already. All those gears are full of filament, and that happens if your print chamber gets too hot, or inside the Bowden tube on the way to the printer it gets too hot. Your filament is just too soft by the time it gets to the gears, and the gears will just spin and grind up and eat up that filament until it can't grip it anymore.
And then
And your whole extruder fills with gunk. So you got to clean it off.
And
so
then it becomes a death blob.
Well, no, the death blob is usually an adhesion issue. It's not an extrusion issue. You don't like the death blob? We got plenty of death blob examples, don't we?
Yep, plenty.
Why don't you go get a couple death blob examples? They're up there on the top shelf. We got up here, up there on the top shelf, somewhere. I'll show them what we're doing here.
So these are all
Aiden. You're supposed to get some. All right, so I'll swish this around in here, see what we can get out. Now check this out. Just from swishing. See what we got in there. Oh, look at all that. That's just from swishing it around. Yeah.
This is a death blob.
Bring it over. Why don't you grab? There's a couple of them up there. Nope. So once we get that out, go ahead and scrub that with a toothbrush. And whenever you can't get out, I use a toothpick first to scrape out if I can't get anything out with a toothbrush.
So these are examples. These are examples of a death blob.
Yeah, this was a bad one. So I don't know if you're not aware of what a death blob looks like, but this basically happens when your print loses adhesion from the print bed. So you start printing, right? Start printing, and then you're here. I have a piece of paper. Perfect. So this is your nozzle printing on your print, and then your print comes loose, and what happens is it melts around your nozzle, and then the outside hardens, and the inside just keeps pumping, and there's nowhere for anything to go. And finally, it just blows everything apart. It will find a way out of the nozzle. It will. You can see where it hardened. And then it did it again, and then it did it again, and then it did it again. And this would happen when you don't watch your prints. So these were all done overnight. I walked away, I pushed print, and I went to bed, or I went to work, or whatever the case may be. It's just you're not watching, and you always got to watch and make sure that you have adhesion. Look, there's my sock right there, stuck in the middle. So you can see how long it went before it actually hardened, and then it blew everything apart. Well, I don't know if that was the case. I wasn't there to see it, obviously. So, anyway, you want to scrub this out real good. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Alright, so as you can see, I got it cleaned out pretty good. Those gears are pretty clean. Everything's pretty clean. You can tell by the cup here that it was filthy. So that's all the gunk that was in the extruder gears. Yeah. So once you get it all scrubbed off, I like to, just blow out that alcohol or let it dry, whatever you want to do. But I'll make sure you rinse it with your alcohol. Not just rinsing it in here, rinse it with your fresh alcohol to get the rest of that gunk out of there. But once it's dry, once you're pretty confident it's dry, and make sure you're opening that up and cleaning that out too, and rinse it. Make sure you scrub all of that stuff out in there the best you can, because these are the teeth that are grabbing right here. Oh man, it looks worse on camera. So those are the teeth that are grabbing. Oh wow, yeah, I still need to clean out some more. Wow, it looks clean in person. Camera's good. So as you can see, that's why it gets all gunked up. You see all that on camera, Aiden?
Yeah, I do. It's a lot.
Look at all that gunk in there. Well, I guess it's not that bad. There was a spot that was pretty bad, though.
Yeah.
But
you're right.
It's drying out. I like to blow it out, and once it's dry, you can put it back together. And we'll go ahead and let it dry, and we'll pause until then. You want to pause it until then?
Yeah.
All
See
right.
you next time.
We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Yeah, see you in a couple minutes.
All right. Okay, so now it's all dried off. What are we going to do?
We are going to put it back together.
All right, what do we need to remember?
To put the pulley back.
Put the pulley back on. Where does it go? You can either put it on that post, or you can put it on the cutout that's inside the housing, but I like to put it on the post. So why don't you go ahead and show us how to close that back up. Ah, very good, man. Look at that. Okay, so we'll take that back over to the printer, right?
Yep, let's take it.
What are you looking for?
A black
A black screw? You weren't careful, huh? You dropped the screw.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. You'll find it. We'll be back. You find it?
Yep, we found it.
Alright. What are we doing? Here's your...
About as tiny as about as tiny as a pole.
Okay, yep. Go ahead and show us how to put it back on there. So what do you gotta do? You gotta grab that extruder motor, right?
Yeah.
And carefully, because it's got the wires attached. And then you want to just stick it on there and give it a little... Make sure you give it a little twist, because you don't need to snap it. It'll go on its own. Hey, is it on there? It's on there, so line up your holes. Now, is the gasket still on there? So,
what
yep.
are you doing?
Line up your holes.
That pole is going to fall out.
No, it won't. Not, okay, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's already good, so line up your screw holes.
Alright.
And then you're going to screw them together.
Which way?
Alright, and you got that last screw tightened up?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Let's show them how to get it in there. I'll take that screwdriver from you. So how do you get that extruder back in its spot?
Like that. Slide it like up. Like that.
I think you drop it down just a little bit, right?
Yep,
Hold on.
drop it
Why
down
don't you drop it down
Drop it down.
just a little bit. There we go. And then you need to put your 3 screws back in, right?
Yep.
Alright, now don't tighten everything down at once. Make sure you get all 3 of your screws started before you crank anything down. So here you go. Here's your screwdriver. Take your screws. And why don't you go ahead and get this side lined up first, because it's only got 1 screw over here. So yeah, I like to lay my screwdriver right across this bar almost in the back. Goes right in here. See it?
Barely.
See it in there? There. Well, hold on. No, take a look before you start sticking that screw in spots. Where does it go? Yep, see it right over the rail?
Yeah.
Yep, very good. Now line it up. You might have to manipulate that motor a little bit to get that screw started.
I'm making pushing.
Did it get started yet?
Yep.
Okay, now go ahead and switch over to a different screw. Don't tighten that down yet. Stop. Okay, slide that whole extruder over. Just grab the whole extruder, just slide it over so you can work on the other side. All right. Okay, now go ahead and get one of the screws started. Make sure you go. Nope, stop it. You're going in crooked. Make sure that screwdriver is nice and straight.
Straight?
Yep, looks like it. Now go ahead and get it started. You might have to grab that extruder motor. Grab the extruder motor and manipulate that a little bit. Aiden, you're going crooked. Here, why don't you let me do this, Aiden? Okay, I got them started here. You go ahead and get them tightened down now. Now you're not going to crank them down. You're just going to, once it's all the way, keep turning. Turn. Other way, honey. Other way. Yeah, there you go. That way. Okay, go ahead and tighten the rest of those down once you get them all started. Alright, what are we going to do?
We're going to unlock.
Unlock, very good, okay. And then what do you do with that filament there?
We put it in there, fish it around a little, and then...
So you're into the gears first, right? And then you found the nozzle. So look, a lot of people make the mistake of stopping at the gears. And the simple fact is, your gears have to find that nozzle. So you fish around and try to find the nozzle. Do it for your machine.
I think I reached the end.
You did. I saw it go all the way down. Now grab that and pull it out. And well, hold on. I'll do it.
I think it's already in the
So
gears.
it's in. Yep. I'm going to show people how deep it should be in there. So look how deep my 8-year-old got that filament. So that, you should be going at least that deep. So here, let me show you here. So there, it's in the gears, right? And then you have a little more to go before you get in that nozzle. And then you go ahead and lock it. And then you can extrude. Well, actually, first it's locked. Now go ahead and slide that Bowden tube back down. Slide the Bowden tube back. Yep, there you go. Get it locked in. Go ahead and push it down. Very good. All right. And go ahead and hop down. Well, actually, one last thing.
We need to lock it, right?
No, we need to put that back on. So I like to get it on the pegs first, on the top. See that? Yep, that peg, and then there's a peg over here. See that one? This one right here on the top. And there you go. Either way, it takes some time. Hold on, I'll do it. This one, I know I said nothing on here gets snapped on, but I lied. This does get snapped on. So let me see that. Alright, so you can do it one of two ways. I like to get the peg on first on both sides. And then, well, it works. Either way, you have a peg here and you have this notch here. And get it on and off and do that. Boop, boop, it's on. And then you extrude from there. We're all good. And let's see here. I'm going to extrude.
Yep, we're extruding.
Alright, careful with the poke.
It's doing it.
There we go.
It's peeing. Alright. Believe. I'm sorry.
Well, that must have been in there for a while. That one was melted pretty hot. Look at that. Cooked in there.
Yep.
Alright, there you go.